Hey everybody, it's Bob. Just want to wish you a happy Black Friday and hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving too. Hope you had a lot of food to eat, you know, fun with your family, friends, whatever you do, drink a lot, get drunk, fucking smoke some dope. Anyway, here's an article I thought was pretty funny. Of course, it's fake news. Um, as you can see here, it says a white man asking black friend to impregnate his wife to fight white privilege. Of course, it is fake news. As we go down here, it says where does fake news originate? There's a lot of places that fake news can originate. There's a lot of websites that are just dedicated to fake news. I'm not going to mention them. Maybe I'll put some down in the description thing with a couple links. Who knows? I may not. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, Portland, Oregon. A Caucasian man has asked an African American man to impregnate his wife because he felt ashamed of his white privilege. This makes me kind of laugh because do you ever see those porn videos where the black dude fucks the white wife and the white guy has to like to come out of her pussy? You know, they're like a cuckold video. That's kind of what this reminds me of. So this might be like a, I don't know, different version of that, but fake. Anyway, here we go. Peyton Wesley, 43, has convinced one of his African American employees to become the genetic father to his child because he feels ashamed of the privilege status he has endured all of his life. So he endured privilege. Tyrone DeAndre, 36, who works at the cement manufacturer where Wesley is an executive manager, says he was first surprised by the demand, but eventually was convinced to do it. It's not every day that one of your bosses asks you to fuck his own wife. Tyrone DeAndre, whatever, told reporters. That's a nice fake name, though, because it actually fits. However, there is no truth to the above story. According to Hoax Alert, there may be reasons for this story being fake news. While the fake story suggests that KATU ABC 2 reported on it, a simple search for Peyton Wesley or Tyrone DeAndre on their websites comes up with no relevant results. Although the image used in the fake news is actually from a 2013 story about an African American soldier whose estranged wife gave away their newborn baby for adoption while he was away. A white couple adopted the baby. However, the little girl was returned to her biological father after a long court case. Additionally, the photo of cement manufacturer worker Tyrone DeAndre used in the fake news is actually a screenshot from an interview with activist Brandon Frame, seen below. You want to watch this, guys? Why the fuck not? All right, so here's the video of that. You guys can watch this. Ah, look at that smile. Nice. This is very admirable, by the way. I applaud this. All right, here we go. I'm going to try to keep my mouth shut, through this video so you guys can get the full effect of what he's saying, but I like to narrate. I'm finally getting comfortable with using my own voice, so most likely I'm going to pause this and make comments, and they might be stupid, but maybe some of you will get my comments, maybe some won't. Some might be private. Whatever. Here you go.
Well, the NAACP is issuing a dire warning for African American males. The civil rights organization says 1 in 3 black men born today can expect to spend time in prison during his lifetime. One man from Connecticut is trying to change that trend with a national program designed to uplift, empower, and motivate young men of color. Brandon Frame, founder of the Black Man Can Institute, joins us this morning to tell us about his movement. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
That statistic is staggering when you hear it.
Absolutely.
What inspired you to start this?
That statistic kind of is one of the reasons why I was actually a student at Morehouse College while I was in Atlanta, and while working with the young men down there, when I brought them to Morehouse, some of the things that they experienced in terms of.
Now, I did preview this, and you're going to see at least one statistic is going to scroll across the bottom here. About 5.5% of male black people go to college. And I kind of think, well, why? You know, there's plenty of programs, or what do we call it? Yeah, what's that when you get some money to go to school? You know, grants. So, I mean, there's more than enough money out there for them to go. Maybe he just don't want to go. Maybe that black guy just don't want to go to college. I didn't want to go. I never would. It's a waste of fucking money anyway. So maybe that, you know, that what other percentage? So you got 5.5. So what's that? So you got 94.5% of black men don't go to college. Well, they're probably the fucking smart ones then. That's my point of view.
Being around so many positive black men inspired me to know that young men need to see positive images of themselves, and black men need to have their stories told. And so I wanted to create a platform that showed positive men in that light.
Tell me a little bit about the workshops that you guys do.
Yeah, so we have these institutes. We travel all over the country, and at the different institutes we have guys. We built up a volunteer network of over 200 guys across the country who take time out of their day to come and work with young men in different communities. So we have workshops from Respect the Swag by Michael Mallory to Passion of Prophets by Chike Uzoka, Passion Hunger Drive, Malik Champlain, political engagement, and the list goes on, all these different topics that are extremely important for young men and information they need to know.
I was struck also by the curriculum. It includes how to be well-written and well-dressed.
Absolutely. When I look at, as an educator myself, I go into schools all the time and I see the reading levels of young men. We also know that, they take third grade and fourth grade test scores and forecast how many prison beds they may need. And so we want to do at the Institute is make sure that we allow for students to build those skills to complement what they're learning in the classroom.
What is the problem, do you think? Why do so many young black men end up in prison? What is it?
I think it's a multitude of issues. I think when you throw in poverty is a huge issue. You throw in media as well, commercial hip hop. All these different factors contribute to.
Oh, hip hop. Yeah, that's a whole nother topic, man. Yeah, hip hop is nothing but fucking trash.
What we see today.
Family as well, I would imagine.
Yes.
So how can people get involved, and how can, if a mom is watching right now, how can she get her son involved?
So we want to go to all different communities. We have an institute coming up next week with Urban Assembly, and the majority of this one is just for Urban Assembly students, which is the first time we're doing that. But the majority of our institutes in the city we go to are wide open. You just go to the blackmancan.org.
Right there at the bottom, you see that statistic I was telling you about right down there. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, I find that very, very, very hard to believe. But if it's true, it's because they don't want to go. They have every opportunity to go, but they don't want to go for one reason or another. It sounds like from what they're saying here, maybe they're all in jail and they can't go to college. Who knows? Anyway, moving on.
Org and click on the Black Man Can Institute, and there you'll see all the different cities that we're going to and how to get your young men there. And then if you wanted to come to your child's school, we're able to do that. If you wanted to come to your community, we can do that. We're mobile. We go all over. There's no place that we can't go. There's no place that we don't want to go. We want to work with young men all over.
Another workshop that you guys are offering is in regards to dealing with police. Is that new, or have you always done that?
We've always done that. It happens at just about 90% of the institutes we've.
Let me tell you, coming from a white man, from my experiences, You know, the best way to handle police, unless you really, really know them, like as a relative or like on a really friendly level, and you hang out with them and you trust them, don't tell the cops anything. Keep your mouth shut. Okay? Don't tell them anything. That's how you handle the police. That's, that's my advice. What are they going to do? They're either going to back down or they might act like an asshole. But you know what? You're right. You don't have to say anything. It's worked for me at least one time. And that's where I really pushed it, and it worked. And the guy fucking left. So, there you go.
Had police there, usually an officer from that local police department, to come and share with the young men about their rights and how to interact with law enforcement.
Okay, that's another point. How many cops, except for the really decent ones, are going to actually tell you your rights? I doubt very many of them. Especially these days. They're not on a mindset about your rights. In fact, in my experience, they don't even introduce themselves when they come down your driveway. And they're driving an unmarked black SUV. You don't even know they're cops. They come down the driveway. They won't even introduce themselves. They won't get within 20 feet of you before they start getting all fucked up and mad and demanding on you. And that's the one I shut down. And he deserved it.
We've seen over the last few years, very large, serious issues that have taken place. And I think that we don't always educate our young men on how to interact with the police, or what we like to say, the black man can't, to pacify the power.
What do you hope that this institute and your work, what is your goal for it? What do you hope that young men take away from this?
Aside from, learning how to tie a tie, which a lot of young boys actually don't, most of
them. I know 18-year-olds that don't know how to tie a tie. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Don't know. They're learning all these different topics, but then they're also meeting these men from all over the country who have been very successful, and then they're giving this knowledge back to them, and thus the young men can go out into the world knowing more information on very important topics in society, and then they'll also in turn be very successful.
Yeah, just lastly, if somebody is watching right now and they're like, man, I don't have a good role model in my life, what's your message to them, and what words of wisdom do you want to impart on them?
What we say the black man can is to always be different, be great, and never stop. That's the motto, and to always seize the knowledge. Those are two things that we want to impart upon the young men, so that they really understand that there's sky's the limit, and anything's possible.
Thank you so much for joining us, Brandon. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Brandon. So yeah, I did get kind of off track with that video, but that video was real. So, all right, let's flip back to the fake news here. The World News Daily Report carries the following disclaimer, and I'll flip to that in a second for you. And we'll actually visit the site and see what they got there. World News Daily Report assumes all responsibility for the satirical nature of its articles and for the fictional nature of their content. All characters appearing in the articles in this website, even those based on real people, are entirely fictional, and any resemblance between them and any person, living, dead, or undead, is purely a miracle. So let's just see white privilege here. I'll just read this for the hell of it. It's a term used for societal privileges that benefit people identified as white. I really disagree with that as a white man. Anyway, as white in some countries, beyond what is commonly experienced by non-white people under the same social, political, or economic circumstances. Academic perspectives such as critical race theory and whiteness studies use the concept of white privilege to analyze how racism affects the lives of white people. What did you think of the fake news that a white man asked his black friend to bang his white wife to get her pregnant in order to fight white privilege? Like I said, you can go on a porn site and watch that. if you're so inclined to do so. Do you believe that fake news or see people sharing it on social media? Yep. That's why I don't belong to social media. I haven't used my Facebook account in 7, 8 months, maybe. So I'm just going to change this. Instead of let me know, let Bob know what you think about this. All right, let's go see this disclaimer here. Right here it says, terms of use, your access to and use of this site is subject to the following terms of use and all applicable laws and regulations. By accessing this site and using the site, you accept without limitation or qualification these terms of use and acknowledge that any other agreements between you and the World News Daily Report are superseded with respect to the subject matter. If you do not agree and accept without limitation or qualification these terms of use, please exit the site. So they're just pretty much telling you to get the fuck out. Information contained in this World News Daily Report website is for information and entertainment. So there you go. There's one way you can go. If you go down to the terms of use and privacy statement and all that shit, you can always tell it's fake. Look over here on the right. Bomb squad successfully disarms artillery shell stuck in a man's ass. Georgia man kept deceased mother in freezer for years for casual sex. That's a little bit believable, though. 425-pound teacher suspended for sitting on student's head and farting in his mouth. Some people might pay for that. Veterinarian accused of having sex with more than 300 dogs. Okay, I believe that. I could buy that one. New Mexico, pregnant woman claims she was gang banged by space aliens. I don't believe in aliens. She might have been gang banged by people dressed as aliens. All right, I'd buy that one, but not this. Even though it is pretty goddamn funny. Bride runs over priest with car after he slept with groom on wedding day. That could happen. I've seen it happen on porn. All right, moving down. Babysitter transported to hospital after inserting baby in her vagina. Damn. That is one ugly vagina. Ugh. All right, I'm done. Woman arrested for training squirrels to attack her ex-boyfriend. That could happen. DNA tests prove retired postman has over 1,300 illegitimate children. Yeah, well, I heard the postman always rings once, but he comes twice. Sorry. Death row inmates eat an entire Bible as his last meal. Well, looking at that face, could have happened. I'd buy that. Tornado carries mobile home 130 miles away. Family inside unharmed. Yeah, maybe. If it's a really well-built one. Not a double wide, because they just break in half. Maybe a single wide, like a really sturdy one. I'd buy that. Boston. Members of midget crime gang suspended. Oh, yeah, suspected of 55 break-ins. Where'd they break into? Well, this guy broke into Walmart. And he got some coloring for his beard. His goatee. That guy's got a bubble head. Yeah. It could happen. When you get down to this section, a lot of times I have little reservations about doing this kind of crap, leaving comments, put my email address in there. I would be very wary of doing this on this kind of website, especially a fake news website. You know, as funny as it is, I'm sure it's geared to be humorous, or they say what? Satirical? Satire. But yeah, I can't do that. As you can see, people, I'm not a typer. I'm not even a computer guy. I'm learning this crap. I learned late. I went to Catholic school. We didn't have computers. We had maybe a few, and we couldn't even make sense of what I was doing on there. It was like DOS, you know, DOS, yeah, no matter what. But so I learned myself, and just keep going on. You know, you learn by yourself. You know, you can teach yourself a lot of stuff, and you can make money. Oh, yeah, look at that. Email. No. So when you get to this point here, we're down here, it says leave a comment. I don't think there's any comments. Now there's none. You probably don't even accept them. So don't fill this out. Do not do it. What the fuck, man? I'm horrible. Okay. Do not do it. Simple. Bob. Yep. Do not do it. None. Because you know what? They're just going to take your info and they're going to sell it. Like you got to read that crap, man. There's no comments. So what's that tell you? You're not allowed to. But they might use that email, right? Oh, there's an asterisk. But there's no New World Order Media. I love it. Yeah, don't do that. Just don't do it. Save yourself some time. Got some heartache and some money. You're probably going to get scammed by Indian guys. You see they're from Microsoft. So you're going to regret that. Just don't do it, people. All right. It's Bob. I love you. Good night. Well, maybe not good night. I might do some more work. So anyway, love you all. Thanks.